Was Richard Goodall truly the best talent on America's Got Talent, or was his victory fueled by sympathy rather than pure skill? A school janitor for over 20 years, Richard's journey is undeniably heartwarming. His voice is powerful, his story is inspiring, but was that enough to make him one of the most talked about contestants of the season? Or did America vote with their hearts instead of their ears? Today, we're breaking down the controversy. Was Richard Goodall's success on AGT purely based on talent, or did his underdog story play a bigger role? Buckle up, because this is going to get real. Richard Goodall wasn't your typical AGT contestant. At 55 years old, he wasn't a young up-and-comer trying to break into the industry. He was a school janitor from Indiana, a man who had spent decades working behind the scenes, cleaning classrooms, mopping floors, and keeping a school running, until one day, he stepped into the spotlight. His audition was nothing short of magical. When he sang "Don't Stop Believin' by Journey, the entire audience erupted. The judges were stunned. Even Simon Cowell, who's notoriously hard to impress, gave him a standing ovation. In that moment, Richard wasn't just a janitor. He was a star in the making. But was it just his voice that made everyone emotional? Or was it the fact that his story was the ultimate American dream? A man who had spent his life cleaning up after kids finally getting his shot at stardom. It was the kind of feel-good moment that AGT thrives on. Let's be honest, AGT has a pattern. If you look at past winners, you'll notice something interesting. Many of them weren't just talented, they had stories that tugged at the heartstrings. Take Cody Lee, the blind and autistic singer who won AGT. His voice was incredible, but his story made him unforgettable. Or Nightbird, the singer battling terminal cancer. She didn't even make it to the finals, but her story was so moving that people still talk about her today. Richard Goodall's story fit this exact formula. A hardworking man, overlooked for years, finally getting recognition. That's the kind of contestant AGT producers love to push. Now let's talk talent. Because at the end of the day, AGT is supposed to be about the most talented performer winning. So, was Richard Goodall truly the best singer of the season? Don't get us wrong, Richard has a great voice. His deep, classic rock tone is powerful. But when you compare him to singers like Sofronio Vasquez from The Voice, or even some of the AGT semi-finalists, you'll notice a difference. Range, vocal control, technique. Richard is good, but is he great? Critics and fans were divided. Some praised him for bringing raw emotion to his performances, while others said he lacked the vocal finesse of a true champion. So the question is, did America vote for the best singer or the most relatable contestant? Let's talk about something AGT doesn't want you to think about. How much of this show is actually real? Because the reality is, AGT isn't just a talent competition. It's entertainment, and emotional stories make for great TV. Producers carefully craft narratives for contestants. They highlight backstories, show emotional montages, and make sure audiences feel deeply connected to certain performers. This isn't a conspiracy, it's how reality TV works. Richard Goodall was marketed as the janitor with the voice of a rock star. But if he were just another contestant without that backstory, would he have made it this far? Think about it. So, where do we land on this? Was Richard Goodall overhyped? Or did he truly deserve his success? Here's the truth. Richard Goodall is talented. His voice has passion, grit, and soul. But his emotional story undeniably played a massive role in his success. The AGT formula is clear. If you have a powerful life story, your chances of winning skyrocket. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think Richard was the most talented singer of the season? Or do you think his backstory carried him to the top? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dive